Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I wanted to do a little bit of a sketchbook tour and have a conversation. I purchased this book, which is the Kokio 60th Anniversary Field Book Series. This is the offset book. It has a kangaroo and it says 60th. I purchased these in 2021. They were an anniversary limited edition product. I purchased 4 of them. I wanted all the animals. Yeah, let me start with the sketchbook tour and then we'll have a quick conversation because I think it's very relevant to where we're at with the year and purchasing. So this is the offset book. The inside cover has a bunch of information. Learn about our field notebooks by accessing the link embedded in the QR code to the left. So a lot of it's in Japanese, which is totally fine. And then you get the lovely little kangaroo. And I am absolutely animal obsessed. There is a ruler on the left-hand side. It's very cool. Anyway, so this is the inside pages. I did a demo with this paper with different mediums. So that's kind of a section that I've sectioned off. I will link the videos where I talk about these books and do a demo, but I just used Pilot pens and I actually overlaid two figure drawings and then like a foot or a hand just to practice. So that's what I did for November. November was a couple weeks and it was in between drawing challenges. So I did a spooky Drawloween watercolor challenge. And then for December, I'm doing full illustrations that are animals that are being conserved, that are still endangered, but we're rescuing them and bringing their numbers back. So I wanted something as sort of a 2 to 3 week palette cleanser, if you will, just something of sketches, something I could work on and just mess with and sort of practice. And like, I'm not good at figure drawing. That's not a thing. So I definitely needed to be doing this work. This is definitely a thing. And I realized, and I posted a video about it, I can link that one too, where I talk about how like ballet bodies, ballet positions of ballet dancers and the bodybuilder form, excuse me, of all the muscles that bodybuilders have aren't things I have any familiarity with. So those are things I need to especially work on. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice just a little bit. Sorry about that. I have a hot beverage with me, so I'm just gonna keep drinking that and we will power through and just keep going. But these were just very quick, very fast sketches. I will throw up the name of the webpage. YouTube doesn't like this webpage. If I put it in my description box, it'll flag my video and I won't be able to monetize it, or it puts a flag on my channel. So with this webpage, it links to figure drawing figures, and you have the option of choosing whether they're clothed or not. And I think that's why the website has been flagged for nudity, but I can't explain art to an algorithm. It doesn't make sense. I mean, there's a lot of things I can't really explain to YouTube, so I just kind of let it go. But again, I'll throw up the webpage. You can visually see it. I just can't actually link it. I've had flags on my channel before by linking things like figure drawing stuff that have nude options, and it just makes everybody angry on their end. So I just don't do it anymore. I try every few years and I can't get away with it. So we just keep going. But I think, you know, if you're doing back-to-back drawing challenges, you may not be. That may be just something that Singularity I do. When I do that, I like to, if I'm going from a rigid one where I'm following very specific prompts with a very specific theme, with a very specific medium, I like to have something intermixed and sprinkled in that's very free form, very quick, like, hey, yes, you can do 2 hours a day of one thing, and then you can also do 1-minute sketches. It's just good for my brain. It's all good practice. These aren't These aren't anything professional. These aren't things I would throw up. Some of these pages are loose and I don't know what happened with this specific field book. But this is the only one I have that's like this type of flip up version, because Kokio for their field books makes a clear cover to protect them, because what these are meant for is for folks going out in the field and like sticking them in your pocket, like button up. They're a very narrow size. So you're supposed to be able to stick them in your pocket. So it measures 3 3/4, which is, that was inches. That's like 9.5 centimeters. And then tall, we get about 6 inches, which is about 15, I would say 15.5 centimeters. So these are meant for pockets, and they get beat up. There are pictures online of people actually using these as field books, and you can really see like the spine and stuff the greens start to peel away and fleck away a little bit, just because of daily wear and tear of constantly opening them and flipping through them and writing and closing it up. And these are the end papers on the other side. Like I drew on everything. So this is the back cover, and I drew on that too. So this was the last one of this series of 2021 of the Kokio books that I own, and I have filled all 4 that I purchased. So this is their original sketchbook. You can get this. It comes in different colors. I think you can buy them in bulk on Amazon. Yoseka Stationery has these. Again, I have the clear plastic cover because these get really beat up, and it's like, for me specifically, it's 1 month of use for like a decade of storage. So in this one, I just did like a colored pencil and a little bit of ink in the beginning, and I did like portraits with animals and sort of meshed them together, and I worked very monochromatically, so it takes well to colored pencil. But these are quick sketches. These are illustrations, and this is a grid as well. They all have different size grids. These are very similar. They're just like a little tiny square. Doing full illustrations on gridded paper, there's nothing I can do with these illustrations. I can't then like clean them up in Photoshop because you see the grid come through. So doing an illustration on this paper just isn't, I don't know. It kind of feels like a waste to me because I can't really upload these. You see all the grids. It just doesn't look professional for the time and energy spent with some of these illustrations. This one, which is the Koala, the level book. This is a weird grid on one side and then line paper on the other. This is the other one I filled this year, and I filled it with things that we are gardening. So this is a combination. It's, multimedia. It's pen and ink with colored pencil, and it's a couple different brands of colored pencil. And I decided to do like a garden journal where we can make notes of things we're growing. And as it's been months since we've planted this stuff, I definitely need to add more notes to the side. But this is probably what I'm most comfortable having in this type of book. It's a little bit illustration, but mostly just drawings, fairly quick drawings that I can then make notes and refer back to this. It makes no sense to me to do full illustrations just because of the grids and the graphs and kind of the quality of these books. This is one I filled years ago. Who is he? He is a different animal. And this one, okay, I did this in 22. So I did this through September through October. And I did sort of an art journal where there's ephemera, there's ink, there's watercolor, there's bits of things and stickers and all kinds of stuff. And I created little pockets to stick things in. This took a while. I didn't realize cutting things out took so long. And I have notes, like journal notes on some of these. It was a lot of fun. I learned a lot of stuff. Again, I don't know. Okay, here's the deal. I won't be buying any more of these books. When I saw them online. I saw them through Yoseka. They were the only ones that still had them available for purchase. These products had been out for a few months, and there was actually more in this series. So I will throw up the original photo. Like, there was more than 4. But these were the 4 they still had available, and so I purchased them. And I wanted to see what their sketchbook was like. It's like their offset book, but it opens this way, and this one opens this way. And I will throw up a couple pictures of how worn these get with like daily use and stuff. I saw them online, and you have to realize, like, as we are in the holiday season, this is the end of November, so there's a lot of like Black Friday sales and I don't know, Cyber Monday sales and all these things that are geared towards trying to get you to purchase and make a bunch of purchases before the holiday season hits and gift giving is officially like in the throes. When they market this stuff, it's going to be shown and presented in the most beautiful way possible because they need you to buy it. That is the photograph. That is what they're showing you. It was taken by a professional. They really want you to buy these things. I had never seen these in person. I had never touched these in person. I had never heard of these. I don't get out. I live in the forest. I didn't know about this stuff. A lot of companies do anniversary things on major milestones. I know Midori did one that had different covers, and you could color the cover, and it like brought forth what the artist had put into the cover. It was like indented or something, and you could paint on it and it brought out the illustration they created or something. Anyway, so that's not going to be a thing that dies off. It's only going to ramp up and pick up speed, the anniversary products. Had I opened this in a store and just like saw this one and thought, oh, that's grid paper. It's not like Tomoe River. There is a sheen to it. It's a very smooth sheen, but it's not double coated like Tomoe River. I don't know how to explain the cover surface. But you can watercolor. It can't be super wet on wet, but you can do like dry watercolors and stuff with this paper. It's a weird size, and the grid is off-putting because it's so tiny. So I like filled in some of the grid just because if you can't beat it, join it. And that's kind of my embracing like nature of, okay, we bought a thing, we're using the thing, let's just embrace it. Yeah, this is all on me of seeing a thing online and going, animals, and it's a limited time anniversary product of animals. I love animals. And then just buying all the animals and then sitting on these. Like I filled this one and then I sat on these for a few years because I was like, what am I going to do with these? These are tiny, they're weird. Like, here's A6 size, okay? So they're definitely, they're wider than A6 and longer. They're just a really unusual size. They're very, very thin. And again, the grids. The grids make for great, like, quick drawing notes. Like if you have to draw notes, I think this is okay. For me personally, after doing 4 different things on 4 different books, this is my favorite. Because I get a little bit of both worlds. I get something that's useful to me that I can have notes for in my garden and go, yeah, this grew, it was fine, the deer left it alone, our sun was all right where I planted it, it got, you know, what it needed. Or I can say like, no, this didn't flower well, we didn't get enough of the heat for this plant, don't plant this again. Wish we could, but we can't. So this is probably the most useful in subject matter, and then it makes me the happiest because this isn't something I feel like I need to show people for a portfolio or of progress in illustration. Like I don't need to show this to anyone. I don't need to go to an illustration agent and be like, look what I can do. This is for me, this is for us, and I don't know, it just works. Where this one was like a very quick, like in between drawing challenges. Yeah, I really need to practice my figure drawing. Was this the best use of this product with it being limited edition and not being able to find it? I don't know. It's what I felt like doing. It's what I needed to do. Like there's hands in here. I really need to practice my quick drawing of hands and feet and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Like I appreciate that I tried different things. and I appreciate that I filled them all, even though it's been, 4 years. But I won't be buying these again just because it's a weird paper, it's a weird pattern on there. It just doesn't speak to me. And again, this is the trouble I have with not having access. Like, I live in a very small city, and not having access to products I can see in person. Like, Yoseka Stationery's in New York. I'm not in New York. I'm in a forest. So it's not like I can see these in person. So moving forward, after I did a no buy in 2022 and moving forward with a low buy every single year, I have to kind of stick to things I'm familiar with, things I've used before, things where there's enough reviews. There wasn't a lot of reviews on this product because it was all just new. It was just a 60th anniversary. We're celebrating an anniversary. And congratulations. I think that's absolutely fantastic. And I think these products are great. I really, really do. I just don't think they're for me specifically. And the next time I see really cute animals on a product I've never used before that I could possibly use as a sketchbook, I gotta say, oh, that's so cute. Also not for me. I can't touch it. I can't open it. I can't flip through the pages. I can't touch the paper. Like, I can ask questions. Like, do you know the GSM of your product? Do you know how much cotton is in the paper? They may have the answers. They may not. That still doesn't mean I should buy it, because I can't really look at it and see it in person. I can see a beautiful curated photo on a beautiful curated page for purchasing that is marketed to me, the buyer, and go, yeah, I'm getting suckered in by all the shiny, pretty things. I'm a crow, apparently. So, yes. This was a sketchbook tour. This was also like, hey, keep in mind, as we move through the end of November, the beginning of December, you are being marketed to. The photos you see on web pages are going to be highly curated, highly specific, and very beautiful angles with all like optimum lighting. Like, everything is just going to look so gorgeous and stunning. They need you to buy this product. This is how they get you to do it. Ask yourself as you move through these web pages and the sales and all the things, is this something I can see myself using? How many pages is it exactly? Are there enough reviews that I can get a really full understanding of the product? Are all the reviews 5 stars? Because if all the reviews are 5 stars and they say, oh, it's beautiful, I loved it, I just opened it up, that's not a helpful review. You look for like the 3 2-star reviews that go, yeah, I used it, pages started falling out. Yeah, I used it, but the spine cracked within a week. Yeah, I used it, but I realized like the grid is too distracting for the level of detail I want to do on this size paper. Those are the helpful reviews. And you can go, yeah, you know what? I don't work this small. Yeah, you know what? This is kind of a weird size flip thing, and I don't like how that is positioned, and I've never done that before. You know what? I've never used this paper before, and I don't know how it's going to look with some of my pens. So really ask yourself and sit in the moment and imagine yourself using this product and thinking that this is something that would actually work for you, or other products that you see on sale as we move forward into December. Okay, I hope this video was interesting. I hope it helped. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.